who are going to head up the management of our 3 teams over the coming season. A tough couple of years on the we've had, but the rebuilding process hopefully starts here. I'm joined firstly by Tilsley TV regular Eddie Wallbank. Morning, Ed.
Morning, gents. Morning, Ian.
Newly installed first team manager Lee Beresford. Morning, mate.
Morning, everybody.
Second team managers Darren Edge and Andy Dickinson. Morning, Darren.
Morning.
Andy. And
morning, Ian. Morning, gents.
Time delay to Eynsford. And finally, the 2 vet. Oh, not finally, because I've got a third person. Si Adams. Morning, Si. Vets.
Morning, morning, everyone.
And Rob Barrett. How are you, Rob?
Morning, everyone.
And all the way from exclusive booths down, Jim Hutton. Morning, Jim. First team coach.
Morning, all. Hope you're all doing well and keeping safe.
Yep.
Firstly, Eddie, can I start with you, mate? We touched on this previously. Last couple of seasons I've mentioned have been difficult, but there's some folk I guess you'd like to just thank for the help over the last couple of years. And secondly, the expectations from this new setup over the coming 12 months.
Yeah, there's plenty of people been helping over the course of my duration as director of rugby. I suppose the first guy to thank is the outgoing first team manager, which would be Legs. Legs has been a great servant to the club, from playing into managing, running a couple of Colts teams. So I'd like to thank Legs. Obviously, we had some good teams. We had Alan Coleman, Stu Pugsley and Lee Cunliffe running the team, and we had a good cup win and won a league. And Legs was instrumental in managing that team at that time. Just sort of Alan's tenure as coach, the sort of players seemed to fall away. We went over the edge of a cliff, if anything, with the players, and we found it really difficult, and Alan left. At that point, we were struggling, obviously, and Kev Williams came in, and he really steadied the ship, and that wasn't an easy job to do. Club was in a difficult place. We were down to 1 team. Kev Williams brought in Kev Rayner to assist him, and we struggled to get even 15 out on some occasions, but they brought in players who knew from teams they were running in rugby league and junior teams, and they kept the club going, and it was a tough times. So I've got to thank all those guys, as I say, Legs, Alan Coleman, Stu Pugsley, Lee Cunliffe, and then Kev Rayner and Kev Williams, who did a sterling job keeping us going to where we're at now. The senior players rallied, so it wouldn't be fair not to mention the likes of Craig Pullman, obviously Mark Dickinson, but also the likes of Lee West, Andy Dickinson, who turned out on Saturday, as I said, ensuring we had 15 players out on the field. So thanks to all those guys. But yeah, exciting times, and looking forward to working with these chaps.
Excellent. Bez, you got some big boots to fill, mate, first team manager.
Yeah, it would seem so, yeah.
How are your water carrying skills, firstly, but targets for the coming season, bringing the level of control to help Eddie, I suppose, is one thing, and a bit of enjoyment into the changing rooms.
Yeah, mate. I just want to support everybody and try and get a team ethos going with everybody. I personally like to get the training numbers up, try and get that going, and make sure we've got a nice selection of bodies on a Saturday, so we're not struggling and we don't see them Facebook, messages. Please help us out. I want to get away from that, and I'm sure we can do that. With everything that's going on at the moment, it's really, really positive, as you know.
Absolutely. Jim, morning, mate. You're not actually from these parts. Do you think anybody will actually understand you when you're training? Have you been practicing flattening your vowels a little bit to help the lads out?
Yeah, if you know anything about geography, Ian, Booth Town's not actually that far from Tilsley, so hopefully the language barrier won't be too strong. No, Ian, that's why I've got Bez to be my translator, really. That's one of his first team skills as well, translator. you know, and nutritionist as well. Bez is the first team nutritionist as well, just to let you know about that.
Yeah,
So
they'll all be following it
we're
strictly.
looking forward to fat bulking up this year.
Did you take much persuading, Jim? Obviously, you've retired from the fire service now. Bez
Well,
has
not actually retired from the fire service. Don't tell me boss that yet, officially.
Well, you've not done anything for the last
But
few
thanks
years.
for that. Yeah, thanks for that vote of confidence. Yeah, this is not going public. This thing is it, by any chance? But for the record, yes, I'm always at work, boss, and I do lots and lots of things that you ask me to do. Yeah, but no, was it a difficult thing? Actually, it was a chance conversation with Bez, and you know, I think it started off with, would I help out doing some sort of fitness training? So I said, yeah. Would it then, like the following week, he thought, oh, I've had a bit of success there. Would you help out with doing some bit of forward training? Yeah, okay. Then it was like, oh mate, I've had a bit of a fault. Would you what about being the first team sort of coach? And I went, yeah, I'm happy to help. But in all honesty, it wasn't a hard decision, because a lot of the buzz around the club was kind of coming back. Like Eddie said, we've gone through some difficult times, and you know, we've had some people who really supported, like he's mentioned already, and it just felt like a right time. So, like with Andy, Edgy, Sire, you know, all coming back, it just seems that people are new, and it was a good opportunity to come together. So it wasn't that hard in the end, but you know, we'll move forward, and hopefully we'll do it as a collective.
Good stuff. Thanks, Jim. Second team now. We lost the second team a couple of years ago, but I guess Andy and Edgy, you're both long enough in the tooth now to understand the need for the throughput of players to the first team, to support them. And who of the two of you was the first to put the hand up, or was it a natural fit for both of you to run this second team, Andy?
Well, myself and Darren have obviously been doing the under 16s going up to junior colts together over the last 2 years, which I've really enjoyed going forward with pushing the young lads through. And it was the thing of, with no second team, with no coaching for the second team managing stroke roles. And I put my hand up and I said, in the meeting we had with Eddie and Pom and Lee, of do we go forward and potentially take on the second team. Obviously, I spoke to Aaron about that, and he was gladly, yeah, let's get on with it. So that's what we did, and hopefully, it's about getting the team going together as a second team, pushing forward for first team positions, and then also bringing the Colts through gradually through to the second team, and obviously pushing forward for first team rugby.
Good stuff. Edgy, do you think you can work successfully with Andy in the senior capacity?
Well, I don't see why not. I think we did a good job last season with lads, with Colts, winning our league, well, coming close to winning our league, and did well in Cup, so I can't see why we can't do a good job with second team. Looking forward to it, to be honest.
Good stuff. And you'll be playing yourself, Darren, will you?
For the seconds or for vets?
Both?
I think I'll stay with vets.
Just on to the vets now. Vets, it's not a entity that we've had as a mainstream team. We've had the odd game here and there over the years. Starting with you, Si, did Bez mither you into submission to run the vets, or did you put your hand up yourself?
No, well, it was one of those things, Ian. We were just having a casual conversation about it, and there was a lot of interest on website, on Facebook, and that with these Northwest casuals. There was lots of guys talking about setting up smaller leagues and non-competitive leagues, playing each other. And I put a bit of a WhatsApp together where I think I put Bez, Cunny and Lee Seddon and a few others. But at the same time, Edgy had set up a WhatsApp within the club. So I think Edgy was thinking the same. He was going down the same route as you know, trying to get a vets team going. Anyway, went across, and Edgy then got caught up, more importantly, dealing with the second team, and they asked if I'd move forward with the vets. So I said, yeah, great, you know, let's do it. So and the response has been absolutely fantastic. You know, I mean, from the you see on the watch. We'll touch on it later, I'm sure, but the lads who are interested has been amazing. I think coronavirus has we've all been missing out. I think we all think we can drag our bodies out again for a few more times. So I think that's helped quite a bit, really.
Yeah, speaking of lean and fit, look at Rob Barrett there. He's lost about 3 stone. You were all keyed up. You've set some fixtures up between you, Rob.
Yeah. Just well, it come about with me because I just got a text off Si saying, "Are you available, wingman?" So I stepped up to give him a hand. But I'm really looking forward to it. And I lost 3 stone over the last. I'm probably fitter now than I was when I was playing, to be honest.
That Rob.
Yeah,
We'll see.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I never retired. I've still not officially retired yet. I always said I want to play when I'm 50. So I'm 50 next year. So hopefully we'll still be going, and I'll play next year when I'm 50, and then we'll go from there. But I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, I think it'll be good for the club to get lads down, get that mentality down. For some of the old lads that we all used to, I think we're all still friends now. I would have thought, really. As soon as we all meet up, we'll all crack on like we used to when we were all in our teens.
Rob, just on that, how close to 50 stone did you get?
I got in. I would say, Eddie, I got in the 20s.
Did you? Hey, fair play.
I enjoyed my 30s. I enjoyed my 30s anyway. That's all I can say. And then when you got into your 40s and you were visiting the doctor more, I thought it might be a better idea if I got hold of this a bit. So I did. So let's see how we go with it.
Brilliant. Thanks, Rob. Eddie, moving on to this coming season. Fixtures, tough league actually. This one, Eddie. There was a bit of a top and bottom on the last year's league. This one seems a bit tighter, and if it doesn't actually start, there's a mini league in January, which looks even tougher, to be honest, with the teams in that. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I think it's going to be a tough season, but I am confident going into it. Obviously, the new setup with the coaches, Jim, obviously, hopefully ably assisted by Dave, Pete, Dave, Sim, and Ash. I am confident for the first team. I think the seconds will go well, obviously, with Edgy and Andy in charge. And I'm even hoping the vets, have a really good winning season. There'll be some hard games, but I'm hoping they do really well. Concentrate. I think New Brighton at home on 12th of September is the ideal game for us. We've played them previously, I think, in opening games of the season, and they've struggled a little bit when they've come to us. It's always difficult travelling that sort of distance opening game. So looking forward to that one. I personally have never played Garstang or been to Garstang UFC, so I'm looking forward to that one. So new boys on the block. I think it'll be between the usual suspects though, sort of Littleborough, Thornton Cleveland from last season, Trafford MV are in the mix this season, and then you look at the likes of Hoylake, Sefton and Heaton Moor, where we've had in the past on occasions we go into their places. So I think it is a tough season, and it's one that I'm hoping we can do well in though, and push for success.
So thanks, Eddie. Jim, for you, you've got quite a strong support team there helping you out. We're going to chat to them lads next week. What would you consider positive come May, Jim?
So I think, Ian, we've got to be realistic. This is like a couple of years in the making it's going to be. So I think what we want to do really next year is be able to get all 3 teams out regularly, have some sort of positive vibe about the club, but more importantly, get people back training and improving, because there's lots of really good players out there. We just need to sometimes go back to basics and build on it. And hopefully, with all like the coaching team and the senior players, we'll have a successful season. But I think we've got to start with the basics of getting like sort of effectively, in my world, what I'd say bums on seats. We've got to get people back in the club, enjoying it, and having that, like you said, I think it's really, really important, that pathway for the young players, so they can see there is that progression. I think that's really important. So for me, success will be us still having a smile on our faces at the end of May, and many more people within the club having a smile upon their faces.
Yeah, I agree with you, mate. Bez, for you, I know that behind the scenes, first team manager is a bit of a slog sometimes, but I guess keeping everybody on side must be top of your agenda, and maybe the odd Tilsley Tropicana bus trip if with some of those long journeys Eddie's mentioned about.
Yes, mate. Well, like you say, yeah, keeping everyone happy is a balancing act, but I intend to do that, and I'm keeping in touch with everybody, and it is going really well that at the moment. We're all 100% on the same hymn sheet, I believe. So, and as you can see, you know, when you're on Facebook and you're seeing these TV chats that we do, everyone's buzzing for next season, and I hope we keep that. Like Jim says, you know, it's a 2-year plan as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, I want to do that. And in regards to Tilsley Tropicana, yeah, I fully intend to bring that back this season if we're up for a trip away. I can't see why not.
Second team, G. Obviously, we've mentioned the gateway to the first team, and it was touched on before about some of the good youngsters that I've seen in last year's under-16s. You had some lads playing a little bit out of their age group who are going to be eligible for senior rugby this season. So, what's your thoughts, mate?
Absolutely, yeah. There's plenty of potential coming through, mate. And it's going to be next season, not this season, I think, the lads who are the older group. But it's not just from our group as well, it's the minis and juniors. Well, the minis, they've got some great potential there, so it's feeding all them through. And the idea of us doing the second team as well is for the lads who we're coaching now to feed them in. Don't just chuck them into somebody else who they don't know, just, you know, gradually do it. But like I said, we've not had a coach team for 4 or 5 years now. So get this done and dusted, and it's a good stepping stone for senior level.
Good stuff, thanks, Andy. Just keeping the truck rolling through the season. You know, we get to the deep, dark winter nights, and it's got to be a big goal, I suppose, to make sure that we see this season out and keep everything positive.
Yeah, well, I think we've just got to work together collectively within the club, within the structure of what we're doing, from obviously first team down to the Colts, and I'm working together in success, really. Instead of having the divide, what we've seemed to have had for the last few years or whatever regarding first team, second team, it's about now people pushing for places, everybody being given a chance. It's a fresh start for everybody. And what's gone on in the past, and we draw a line in the sand and move forward. And we move forward together, collectively. Some
tasty fixtures in there as well?
There is. I'm presuming there'll be a few battles here and there and everywhere, but it's about us keeping a bit of discipline. Me trying to keep edgy calm on touchline, not having.
It's all about the rugby. It's all about the
rugby. But yeah, it's going to be tough. We know that. And that's why I think we're all here. And it's good to see that we've got so many people who put their hands up and said, let's do this together and let's move forward.
Good stuff. Rob, playing numbers, again, alluded to before by Si, that they're looking particularly good. Training optional, social interaction a must?
Yeah, but I do think that the lads could try and get down, maybe just do 1 out of 3 sessions or something like that. I think we can't all be 20 minutes, can we?
No.
We'll need a core of about 10 lads who are gonna do most of the game, and we work around that. So I just think it'd be wise that everyone comes down who can get down. Do a session every 3 sessions, 1 out of every 3, something like that. Just get a bit of something done. I mean, I've said to Si, I'll work with the forwards, and we have to get a basic structure together. We can't just wing it every week, so we've got to do something. So we get in, we enjoy, we see each other's company, we get to know each other again, because there've been newer lads who we probably never played with before, me and Simon, so we get to know them, and I can only see it's a win-win all around. I can't see a downside at all. We get lads down, we get people behind the bar, money behind the bar, and it's all good for me. I can't see any negatives at all.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Size, the fixtures are taking shape, 1 or 2 a month. So, but a right cracker to start the season off, assuming we get going in September.
Well, hopefully that's the case. But I mean, you couldn't ask for a better start, could you? And you couldn't ask for a better start for the club in general, coming out the back of what we've all just been going through. Lee at home, Hopefully, social distancing's gone, and we can all get down there, get a good crowd on, put on a bit of a show. It'll be absolutely knockout. Fixtures in general, I mean, it's been important. What's been key, and I spoke with Eddie about it, and I suppose the concern is after the last couple of seasons where numbers has been difficult, is just making sure that the vets fixtures don't sort of impact on numbers for the first and second team. So we've taken, and actually it's fallen into place. The dates Eddie's given me, where there's only one team playing at any one point, it generates 9 fixtures for us, and actually it generates 9/10 fixtures where they're quite spread. It's 1 a month, possibly 2 a month, and talking to the lads. And that's plenty, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? For us, especially this season. Anyway, we don't want it to be a every weekend thing. It just needs to be play your game, let your body recover for a couple of weeks, come back again, and in them weeks where we're not playing, we're down there supporting the club, and I think we've kind of, like, where April's concerned, Rob's been making some inquiries. We're looking at trying to get something sorted in that April period. There's a couple of festivals going on up in the northeast. Some of you are on the WhatsApp thing, the WhatsApp group and whatnot of me and Rob been having dreams about going to Barcelona. I mean, that probably won't happen this year, but maybe next year. But yeah, it's going to be that's the whole idea. Play rugby, but have lots of fun doing it.
I think the other important thing you've touched on their side is when we only have that one game, very occasionally that one game is away. So it also gives the club a home game on those Saturdays when we would only have had one team playing away. It's really been important for the club as well.
Yeah, massive.
Good stuff. Thanks for that, guys. You just have to take a moment to have a word from our sponsors.
Sick and tired of drinking the same old beer and not getting drunk off your face? Why not try Tilsey Tropicana, made from an age-old recipe, guaranteed to put a smile on everyone's face or your money back. Wash those cares away, Tilsey Tropicana. Don't just drink the juice, be the juice.
Welcome back to Tilsley TV. I want to just touch now on where the hell my notes are, Eddie, and I've lost them. So, season goals, Eddie. Other than actually just playing some games, mate, what would you constitute a successful season for this year?
Yeah, I know Jim sort of said what he classes as success, and I'm sort of in agreement with him, but I'm going to be a little bit more optimistic being there, and I've always seen Tilsey as a level 7 club. I've never seen anything else. We've been at level 6 occasionally, we've been at level 8 occasionally, but we're a level 7 club. I push for trying to win the league this season. I think a good season would still be finishing top 3. So I'm going to apply a bit of pressure to Bez and Jim and the support team. I would like to go up certainly in the next 2 seasons, because that's where I see where we should be.
Super. Jim, similar question to you. I know I've got my notes a bit muddled up before and asked you this question before, but I suppose developing players, seeing a growth in the way that we play, the fitness levels, the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah. So now the director has probably now put me under the spotlight and put me under pressure. Thanks for that. Yeah, so can I change my earlier answer? Yeah, success is winning the league, winning the club, and the whole club not losing any games this year. And actually, we'll get asked to go on tour with the Lions. Is that okay, Eddie?
I'll take that, Jim. That'll do for me, that, mate.
All right, cheers. Like I was saying, I agree. If we get the numbers down and looking at the numbers and the people that are played, we can definitely push on. And I've got every confidence. If we can get the player buy-in, we can 100% push on and be pushing for them top positions. And we have got a great sort of coaching cohort, if you want to call it like that, but we need the players buying it. And the other thing is, well, as a management team, if you want to call us the management team, we're going to make mistakes, but we want the players to tell us if they think they're not happy. We really need to move forward as a team, because we don't want to be a flash in the pan, a one-season wonder. We want to do this, for next year, and then we'll review like that after that, and then we want the club to go from strength to strength. But yeah, I definitely agree that we've got the skills of the players to actually push for them top positions, but we've got to get people training. I can't emphasise that enough.
Super. Thanks, Jim. Bez, similar question to you, mate. What do you
I
want to look back on in May and as a success?
Yeah, I've set out myself some targets and goals. It's not quite as high as what Eddie wants at this moment in time, but I'm building a foundation. So training was non-existent. So if we can get training numbers there, train every week, twice a week, fantastic. That an achievement, and that's what we want. Build it slowly, and 2 years, 3 years, and keep it going, and not let it be a flash in the pan. Also, though, going back to what Eddie says, we've got a young team. We've always had an abundance of talent. Mix that in with a great coaching staff, which what we're there. Backroom staff, 100%. We could get promotion. There's no doubt about it.
Bit more pressure there, Jim.
Yeah.
It's okay. Bez is the back office staff, so he's going to have to pull it all together. It'll be Bez's fault if he doesn't. He's recruited the wrong management, the wrong coaching team if he gets it wrong.
That's right.
So for Andy, second team, it's actually the cornerstone of all this, really, the second team for the coming season. No pressure on you either. So what do you want to look back on come May?
The biggest thing for me and Darren, I think, collective, like I said before, we've worked together a while now, and it's getting a bit of a sort of banter back to the club with the second team, having a laugh, but also then them second team lads being given the opportunity and pushing the first team forward, and everybody given the chance. And we've not had that for a long time. But the biggest thing for me is you look at what quality we've got in the players what have said they're going to come back, and the players what Lee has chased up, and I think there's about 60 players put their hands up. And you look at the quality, first team and second team is built on success, and we can push that forward, I think, and taking it on together, then we should be able to have a really, really good successful season.
Good stuff. Darren, I presume similar from you, but he keeps saying me and Darren, he keeps speaking for you, don't he, Andy?
He's nicking everything I want to say, really. No, but be honest, I'm just hoping there's a happy platform throughout the season with lads. All players again are for a crack at it, but that also goes for the coaches as well. We've got new faces and new roles and stuff like that, so they've got to get a chance as well. And we start off the season throughout the club with 10 teams, and hopefully end of the season we've still got 10 teams. So that's our goal, I think.
Okay, thanks, Edgy. The vets side goals, I suppose, somewhat different for vets. Getting Rob to get the first round in would be a success for the season.
We're going to foul on that, Ian, already.
Yeah. Good luck with that, Si.
I think for us, well, for me, we've got on that list now, we've got probably 40 lads showing an interest in playing vets rugby. Of them 40, there's probably 25 of them lads who haven't spent much time down the club in the last few years. And I include myself in that, of having been down with the minis. If we can get it there, then you've got them extra. So the 15 regulars, your edges and the likes who were playing vets, who've been down the stalwarts of the club. We can get them over 25 people down there, enjoying the rugby, can't wait for that next match every month, and we can get that moving and start to fulfil our fixtures. And if you look at the names on there as well, I mean, I know we're all in our 40s and heading towards 50s now, but there's some good bloody players there, isn't there? You know what I mean? That could be a really good vets team. That if we get, as Rob said, we can get a really good nucleus of 10, 11 lads who can do the 80 minutes, and we start to work around that. So, firstly, getting lads that they want to come down, and we get them down in numbers. We fulfil our fixtures, and towards, and hopefully play some good rugby as well in the process.
Thanks, 80 minutes. You've just lost 10 of your players by saying it's 80 minutes in
know.
a game. Rob, your thoughts on what would constitute a reasonable success?
More or less what Si said, really. I just think if we can get down, we can all get down, get ourselves a bit of fitness. I mean, we're all, like you say, a lot of us are pushing 50, and if we can, some of the lads probably haven't done anything for 10 years, so if they can get down, get themselves a bit of fitness, enjoy it. It's going to be good for the health, the mental well-being, everything. Like I said before, I can't see a downside in it. Maybe the recoveries on a Sunday morning might be a little bit slower, but I'm sure we'll be all right. I'm sure. I'm really looking forward to it.
Fellas, thanks very much. Just finish with a little bit of a few questions to each of you. We're all vets together. All qualify as a vet. I just want you to create if you're creating a player that typifies a stereotypical vet, I'd just like to speak about the person I give you and what their best attribute of being a vet would be. So, Si, what would Rob's best attribute of a veteran rugby player be?
Oh, God. Rob's best attribute. He's always been a brave player, Rob. Stick his head where most people won't put the boot. He's always been the same. But he's very charitable, is Rob. And what a lot of you don't realise about him is, he does a lot of stuff, and he doesn't like to make a big song and dance about it. And Rob rang me up a few months ago, and we had a bit of a chat, and I was quite surprised what he said. And he's been suffering, as Rob, for the last few months, and he's had a few personal issues. And anyway, long shot, I think coronavirus has brought it all to a head, and he's decided. He said, "Enough's enough. I'm sick of sweeping this under the carpet. I've had enough." Rob's been suffering from male incontinence for a long, long time, right? And I think that the final straw came for Rob was he was stood outside the post office, and people were doing the 2 metre social distances. But there was about 7 metres around Rob because of the smell, and it was horrendous. And I think it really got to him. It really upset him. So he started doing a bit of work. And anyways, he's been chatting. He started, trying to talk about it and bring it out. And I'd just like to say, Tenor men have now made Rob an ambassador for the Wigan and district area. So Rob is now an ambassador for male leakage, and I think it's something we should all really support. On the back of that, and Rob, brother, don't get, I know you get emotional with this. Tenor men have actually agreed to sponsor the vets team this season, and they've sent me a few kit samples, which Rob hasn't seen yet, but I think he'll be really. I just thought I'd show him, All right. Can you all see me? Yeah?
Yeah.
So the first team, the vets team kit, because I know there's been a lot of talk about what we should be wearing and everything else. So the vets team kit will look something like this. Can you see it? Not only have they done this for us on our first team kit, they've done it with the training gear as well. So there's our tops, there's our hoodies and the likes. I think it's very generous of Tenor men, and I'd just like to thank Rob for all his charitable work, and keep it up, mate. All right.
Thanks, Si.
I'm glad you didn't do the long version, Si.
I know, yeah. You were losing me then.
Rob, same question. Edgy's best vet's attribute.
Me? Well, I've been a bit serious. I didn't realise we were going to be a comedy show. So for Edgy, I play with Edgy since we were 15-year-old or something like that. And Edgy is just dependable, always turns up every week, always turns up. And with that dependability, you also get the aggression. And he's a match winner. So with Edgy, he'll say he'll do 20, but I know he'll do half an hour. And I can't wait to play again with Edgy, if you pardon the expression. But it should be great fun. I'm looking forward to it.
So for Edgy, is that a tear you're wiping away?
Thanks, Rob.
No problem, Edgy.
Same question to you, Edgy, about your mate Eddie. Well, what actually could he bring to the vets?
Nothing.
Okay, now move on then. Eddie? Eddie, what about Jim?
Yeah, thanks for that, Darren. All I'd say is I'd sooner take what Darren said about me than what I said about Rob, so I'll take that. Jim, what can I say? I see Jim as a bit of like for the vets, an all-purpose hero. So the only person I can sort of align him to put it in everyone's imaginations, is Fireman Sam. Yeah, everybody who's ever seen Fireman Sam knows that Fireman Sam, all his issues are caused by one little naughty brat called Norman. I see Norman being Lee Beresford.
Yes.
Looking forward to this season.
I think you might be right, Eddie.
I'm really looking forward to this season with the vets and all the capers Bez gets our Fireman Sam Jim up into.
Jim, you've actually got Bez, who I'm going to ask you about. What about Bez's best traits?
Are we allowed to swear on this here? I'm just checking.
Yeah, don't worry, it don't matter.
No. Well, I suppose Bez has got lots of things. He's got, he's got a really nice beard. Does that count? Is it an attribute? He's got a really nice beard. And he's got a really nice beard. And that's anything I can really say about this. He's going to bring to the party, really. I'm sorry. I didn't really know I was had to do a script because I'd have had to ask a few other people. But actually, I rang Steve Varley in Spain, and he says, "What do you think of the question about Bez? What does he bring to the vets?" He went, "He has a really nice beard." So that's what I can say, guys.
Hey, I'll take it. Still better than Rob's.
You could bring your air traffic control fancy dress outfit, Des.
I can.
And Bez, same question to you, but of the lad you would never think is a vet, Andy Dickinson. He doesn't come across as being a old bloke, does he?
No. I mean, his best asset is obviously looking 20 years older than what he actually is. Andy to have, isn't it? His worst asset, though, if I'm allowed to say that, is trying to find a pair of shorts to fit him on the day, which proves difficult. So, no, Andy's quality, innit? Just give him the ball and he'll run it up for you. Pardon the French, sorry. Yeah, he's quality.
Good stuff. And finally, Andy, the man who's played like a vet since childhood, Si Adams.
When I come back to Tilsley, when I think I was 19, Si were there, and we didn't really play a lot together in the earlier on, and then obviously we played together throughout here, there, and everywhere sort of thing, and he's just going back years ago when he was fit. Not saying he's fit now; he might be fat, but when he was fit. He got about the park and everything, and he gave it 100% as he is doing now with what him and Rob are doing. So it's very good, really, to be fair.
Oh, wow. It's a bit weak.
Yeah, you're right. What else can you say about him? He's shite.
No, there you go. That's better. I can cut that in. Fellas, it's been an enjoyable morning. It's good to see you all again. Did you mention about the start of training, Bez?
Yeah, Ian, if I could take this opportunity for all the Tilsley TV viewers. It's been announced now through the coaching team that I am proud to announce that pre-season training starts on Tuesday, the 21st of July. So make yourselves available and get down. Everyone's waiting for it, and that's the official date. I'll put it on the WhatsApp group as well. Any
particular time, Bez, on that day, or just turn up when you want?
I believe it's 7, unless someone tells me different.
So
is that right, Eddie?
Yep.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock's good, mate. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we'll go for 7 then.
A venue at the rugby club, is it, Bez?
Yeah, why not? Let's have it at St George's Park, Ian. I think that's going to be probably the best place to have it this season.
Okay, brilliant. Guys, thanks. It's been a pleasure. We will see you all in July, hopefully, in person. And in the meantime, take care, guys.
Cheers,
Thanks,
gents.
Ian.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Ian.
Guys.
Look,
See you
lads.
all.
I knew Rob was slow, but I didn't think he was
I'm
this.
glad we've got a lot of technical gurus on our group.
Hang on.
Come on, Arup.
All right. Jim?
Cape Canaveral to Jim. Cape
All
Canaveral.
right, so it's
Hang on.
Hang on, I'm on.
Oh, he's on.
Jim's coming in now.
Hey, I'm here.
Is he at last?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
You look like a vet now, Rob.
Oh,
You
we're
hear
right.
me?
Yeah, all right.
Do you hear me, lads?
Yeah.
There he is.
Right. Cool.
Oh, Jim, you missed this. You got a new car.
Sorry, license, you broke up, mate. There's some background noise. Sorry, mate. Background noise.
Is that,
Good you're getting it.
is that
That's
the
it.
beefy
All the
engine?
nice things I was going to say, Burford, have now changed. The reason why he's a vet because he's a fat, lazy.
Facebook.
You. Right, that's it, Bez. Me and you are done now. I'm going to ring Varley up.
Yeah, sorry about swearing. I promised myself I wouldn't.
Muppet.
I know. You did as well, Andy, though, so that gets me out of it.
No. I only said shit.
I tell you what, Si, I'm glad you didn't prepare. something. God.
I know I'm there. Yeah.
Just off the cuff, that were brilliant.
So you're not busy at work?
No.
If you want
Hey,
to come
Jim.
down, though, you're more than welcome to come down. If we're doing that first day, we're doing like fitness assessments. So if people want to come down that. If you want to come down, Rob, if you want to do some fitness assessments.
Yeah, I am away that week, but I will be coming down. But I won't be coming
Oh,
down.
that old chestnut. I'm away every Tuesday and Thursday.
Jim, I can assess Andy now.
Huh?
I can assess Andy now.
Jim, can I just ask you a
how did
question,
he
pal?
perform, Bez?
You what?
How did he perform?
Very bad. Worse than I thought.
Oh, right.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tuesday, Thursday. No.
Don't worry, I'll say that.
No.
It's a bit too hot in July, anyway, isn't it? Is that true, Bez? What if you bought a bike?
Not recently. I've got a bike in the garage.
Oh, right. I heard a rumour you bought a bike.
No, Robbie, wheelchair, pal.
It only works downhill.
To cut out the swearing, Ian, or is that just
No, I'll
gone?
just embarrass you.
Thanks for killing me, Si. My family watch that now. I'm going to get. Will you be able to cut out the tenor link?
That's the hot.
I think Rob's worked out who our advert's with.
Yeah.
Is that a joke, that, or serious?
A tenner.
What do you think, Edgy?
We'll stand near him and take a whiff.
Everything's staying inside, thanks.
Rob, is that why you lost so much weight? You just constantly shit.
Try some exercise.
Mate, I need your diet